Morning guys, my name is Tim Welch. I'm a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and I'm the head coach and owner at TW, BJJ, and MMA. In this video, I'm going to go over my morning routine. What I do as soon as I wake up, my red light therapy, my PEMF machine, my cold plunge, my morning workout, my protein, and how I make my perfect espresso. Aside some time to have a good quality morning routine and my life completely changed. My relationships were better, my workouts were better, I was able to be a better teacher, and my health overall has just went in a good direction. First things first, wake up, and the first thing I'm gonna do is get a big glass of water. For me, I like to use the Mountain Valley. It has a high pH, a 9.5 pH. It's important that you guys find some quality water because water is such an important part of our lives. So for me, first things first, come in, get a nice glass of water. Use the Celtic salt is my favorite. Sprinkle a little in there. And use a little bit of an organic lemon. It gives it a nice little taste. First things first, guzzle this down for some quality hydration. Hey guys, first thing I like to do after my water is I like to get my body moving. Some simple yoga stretches that Mariah taught me, you can find some on YouTube. And I like to foam roll a little bit. Loosen my muscles up before I get ready for my run. Okay guys, while I'm stretching, I like to get in front of my red light. The red light therapy has tons of benefits that you can check out. It's good for the skin, it's good to wake you up and get your circadian rhythm going. And MitoRedLight is my favorite. In Scottsdale, they have the most quality medical grade red light equipment that I love to use. Next, we're gonna go to the inversion table. I like the inversion table. It takes a lot of pressure off my spine and lengthens my spine and gets a lot of blood flowing towards my head. I like to do the inversion table about 2 to 3 minutes every morning. In Jiu-Jitsu, MMA, and wrestling, it's pretty much impossible to avoid injuries. But if you can add a lot of these recovery things and a lot of these warm-up things to try to minimize it as much as possible, I think it can really benefit you. So every morning, I like to come in, first things first, walk for about 5 minutes, and then for 15 minutes, do high and low. So I'll go 8 miles per hour for a minute, back down to 5 miles per hour for a minute. Nothing too crazy, but just enough to keep my heart in shape and get a good sweat going first thing in the morning. I try to do the best I can in my morning conditioning that I nasal breathe the whole time and keep my heart comfortable at about 140 nasal breathing, good for the heart. Okay guys, now that I'm done with my 20-minute run that I like to do 2 to 3 times a week, I'm gonna do my legs. I learned from my professor, Taquinho, who won the ADCC, won multiple IBJJF world titles. If you feel him on top of you, he's got some of the strongest pressure and the strongest legs. And I asked him how he got that. And he said in Brazil, he would do his legs every day. Not heavy, not hard, but he would work out his legs every day. So I'm gonna show you a couple of the workouts that I like to do every day to keep my legs strong and keep my body healthy so I can continue to roll. Like I said guys, I'm not lifting super hard to hurt myself and really break down my muscles. I'm keeping it consistent and just doing light lifts to keep my body healthy, ready to be able to train. Okay guys, after a short little run and a short little lift, I really like to do the cold plunge. And the cold plunge is a bitch every morning. And mentally, I hate doing it, but I know it's gonna set me up for a good day. I really like the cold plunge. First of all, it really wakes you up. Second of all, it really helps you work your mental toughness muscle first thing in the morning. So when your body's screaming at you to get out, you have to counter that thought and just sit in there. So I really love my cold plunge. It's one of my favorite tools that I got from Cold Period Plunge. For my morning dip, the water's about 40 degrees, so I don't sit in for a full 3 minutes. I usually sit in just for about a minute. Dump my head just for a minute, just to wake me up and get me going. Whew. If that doesn't wake you up, I don't know what does, ladies and gentlemen. Okay guys, next I like to do my PEMF machine, the Pulse Electrified Magnetic Fields. There's a laundry list of benefits that come with it, but the main benefit is it keeps inflammation down in your body, and I think it's one of the main things that's helped me heal my shoulder. drpollock.com is where I got my PEMF machine, and it's one of my favorite recovery tools as of right now. Along with my PEMF, I like to do my meditation. The PEMF is about a 12-minute session, so I like to get on my Waking Up app by Sam Harris and do my guided meditation while I get electrocuted.
And the moment you notice that a thought is present, just drop back into this position of being that space in which thoughts and sensations are appearing.
Okay guys, now that I'm done with all that stuff, first thing I'm going to do before my coffee is get about 30 grams of protein in me. I learned this from Dr. Andrew Huberman. Instead of drinking the coffee, as soon as you wake up, wait at least 30 minutes to an hour and then drink 30 grams of protein before, and it'll stop you from having that big crash. So what I like to use is my Thorn Whey protein. There'll be a link in the bio for 15% off also. And then usually I like to use some local raw milk, but I ran out of raw milk yesterday, so I'm just going to use some of this grass-fed Maple Hill organic milk. Okay guys, next up, my favorite part of the morning is my famous espresso latte. I try to stick with organic beans because coffee beans can be some of the most heavily sprayed with pesticides, so I try to find some organic quality beans with some quality milk. And what I learned from my coffee friends is the grinder is one of the most important things, to have a quality grinder, the right grinds, and I'm cooking it with the Gaggia Classic machine. So here we go. Scoop of the collagen fit. It's unflavored, but it gives you some extra collagen in your coffee and it doesn't really mess with the flavor at all. Local organic honey and a little bit of cinnamon. Top it off. If you've ever tried a real quality coffee with organic milk, organic beans, cinnamon, all this stuff, you're really missing out. One day we're gonna have a coffee shop, so I'm trying to get the espresso dialed in perfectly so I can start serving the best coffee to everyone. Now that's a magical cup of joe. Now I like to sit outside and read for about 10 to 15 minutes while I sip my espresso. And this morning routine has really helped my life improve in a lot of ways. And even if you can't do all the things, hopefully you can pick one or two of the things to add to your morning routine and it'll help you too. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe. Love y'all. Bye-bye.